I think we're gonna call that one fixed and tighten this one up. You know, when things get me down, you know, which this year's been kind of already full of, really, and even last year. Oh yeah, I call that a fully functional guy there. You know, when things get you down, kind of want to get out in the garage, you know, work on some stuff, make yourself feel a little bit better. Let's check out what we got to work on today. So this is what we're working on. You know, you guys know this car very well. At least if you guys have been watching me, you guys know this. This car is pretty much it. This is what I got. So we're gonna continue on. We're actually gonna do some fun stuff today. We're gonna pretty much fabricate our radiator, cut up some cardboard, and see where some stuff on the front of here is gonna go. There's no time like the present, so we're just gonna kind of get kicking on this stuff. And yeah, we'll see what kind of comes of this too, because this is kind of where one of the places where I haven't exactly figured out everything, but I think as soon as we start measuring some stuff and get some ideas on where things are gonna lie, we'll do a lot better, I hope. But this is pretty close to the ride height that the car is gonna be at, really. Maybe just a little bit lower than this, but this is pretty much it. So we're looking pretty good on figuring some things out geometry-wise. You know, measuring the gaps and the fills and the ridges, and then massaging. Well, if that ain't a hell of a fart, there ain't gonna be no way to make this make sense. Radiator fits perfectly for what I'm thinking about doing, really, which is just kind of creating a big air guide, comes up, sweeps through the radiator, and then pulls over the hood and joins the airstream going across the car there. But there's no way, absolutely no way that I can see to fit a gas tank up in here. And any of the other gas tank designs that I could possibly think of would incorporate just having it super duper long side to side, which makes for a terrible situation when we're talking about gas sloshing or trying to keep the fuel near the pickups or near the sump portion of it. The sump portion of it would be the this kind of kick out right here at the very bottom of the tank, and that's made to, you know, let gravity do its job and feed these two fuel nozzles right here. But I mean, even right there, you know, we're pretty much just, if we did it like that, there's really no reason to do the radiator in such a way, because when we're angling it, we're limiting the surface area that's getting exposed to direct airflow. So something down here would have to wait for other air to bounce off of stuff and come all the way down to this portion of the radiator down here. And it's not even that big of a radiator. I mean, it's a pretty nice Mishimoto. It's the dual core Mishimoto, so not the best, but a little bit better, I guess. I don't know. And with the way that the radiator is too, it was already modified by not very smart, by another person that just tacked some JB weld, some putty weld all around this guy on the relief right there. So I think we could flip this thing upside down too, because the radiator hoses will go up right now, which could create an air pocket up at the top too. So that's another thing that we want to avoid. But I think that one's going to be the easier of the two. Right now, like, what are we going to do about this gas tank? I don't know. Spin around the back here and look at some more things. Oh, look at you! Look at ya! This looks good. This right here looks good. But what are we going to do for our fuel cell? So yeah, this is this is option number 2. I don't know what you guys think. I'm already thinking I don't like it because it's double heavy on the driver's side. Like I said, already the weight distribution over the rear is just not where we really want to be, because we're moving even more weight over the rear axle here. And this actually can end up being a little bit of weight. As well as this is going to be the extent of the tank that I could run back here as well. Which keeps it really close to the engine, kind of keeps everything really isolated. That's fantastic, you know, for keeping fire or anything else away from me, really. But it just really throws off the weight of the vehicle in a really huge way. I mean, I'd be rewarded as I deplete the gasoline and there's no weight in here holding me back too, but it definitely seems as if I would be pushing to one direction in either side of the quarter. You push that way, yeah. Push that way, yeah. Push that way, yeah. Push that way. I don't know. I just really I don't have a whole lot of other options too as far as FIA stuff, and I gotta keep you know, the driver safe is the main part about it. For you guys that don't know too, the main fuel cell goes right along the middle hump of these MR2s, which I could design another fuel cell to just kind of go in there. But once again, I don't think it would have the characteristics that I would need, really. I guess we could go down a little bit too, really. No, not really, not with the flat floor that we're shooting for. I'd almost need to come up just a tidbit. About there. Yeah, right about there. Is where it would need to be. It's getting real close to that frame rail and the wheel well. I think that's exactly where we would need to go to. Need to Goku. Right about yay so. Kind of gives you an idea what the wall there would really look like. I'm also thinking about any future wing designs that I might have. My wife says I'm crazy for trying to design this thing as crazy as I am, but it's actually kind of fun, really. You know, these things are a puzzle. You get to it's pretty fun working on these puzzles. A lot of fun. Kimosabi. As well as I was really hoping to run more push-a-lean than this, really. Like I said, we could probably go down just a tittle bit more, but I was really thinking about bringing everything up towards the frame rail right there, really. So kind of losing this lower kind of floor pan area here, which I think is still what we're gonna go for, really. Needs to be. And we're gonna come across here real quick too. We might even wall this guy and mount this guy to that wall there, as well as a little bit of framing on the bottom here. These are all hard choices though too. Like I said, it's part of the fun though. All right, let's look at some other stuff. Let's look at the front. Let's see how she looks. Back to some sketchy stuff here. This comes down on my head. Ooh, baby. That can slowly crush me, but it's all good. came out a little bit. We're up on some jack stands. I think we'll go up a little bit higher. But for that, we're gonna have to lift it up on the side too. It's kind of like a seesaw act doing these things. But that was the first part of success right there. All right, success. It's nice having a large lift jack too. Something I highly recommend. All right, so we got absolutely nothing accomplished. We did great here. Like I was saying, this is actually looking mondo good, pretty much exactly how I would want it to really look, honestly. I can build off of the existing kind of portions that are really here. Still use the front rebar, which I have right behind me too. I wish I would have hung that on here. But the funny part about this is too, I no longer have a Mishimoto. Bend up the fins. Don't bend up the fins. I have a wishimoto. Those people that wish they had a Mishimoto. Wishimoto. It's for the W. Wishy. But yeah, actually that looks like that is gonna work like legitimately perfect. Even the piping is gonna bend perfectly. And the ear mounts that they give me up here will probably work better on the top here, holding it floating rather than on the bottom too. So it's like everything works out better like that. I don't know. Yeah. Probably gonna just do a little bit more, honestly. Getting the car lifted was actually a huge pain in the ass. This floor here is super not level, but you know, it's what we deal with. Like I said, man, we just keep on dealing with stuff. We need to get underneath the car too. We're gonna just keep on rocking along with everything. The sad thing is though too, is we gotta go over there, cover up the engine. It's a sad day covering up that darn engine, but we got to. I just don't want to sling a bunch of metal on it and stuff. I know you guys have been waiting for me to run down the engine, go through everything, tear it all back down, show you all the internals, how to do all that stuff, you know, but we got to get some of this stuff done first, just so we can kind of tear through that without getting a whole lot of metal in it. Foreign material sucks. Yeah, so here we are. Yeah, maybe we'll just do a little bit of cleanup in here and get a couple little chunks of cardboard cut out here. Maybe bend this guy back up to where we wanted to with our wishimoto there. Got our wishy pants on. I was hoping that we could flip some of the coolant pipes here into some sort of mapping that would work for us. I think we're still gonna work it out, but we might end up having to cut them and use a few different little and if that's the case, I might not use the hard ones here, even though I really like these hard ones, honestly. Oh hell, that's the engine all wrapped up like a little Christmas tree there. I feel bad. I fucking recorded it, but didn't seem to want to record. You know what you can do with these things, you know. And it's like, you know, you kind of do this stuff on your cell phone or what have you, and you get a phone call right in the middle of it, and you know, shit stops recording. So that's what you get. I don't have a whole lot of tape to go back over it again, so shit. And I don't want to put a bunch of duct tape on my engine paint there either. So that's what we get right there. Probably tuck it back in the corner there a little bit and dig out that hood. Alright, so I had to hang some parts back on this guy real quick to pretty much give us a good idea on where the actual stuff was gonna go. So didn't make a whole lot of sense making measurements that didn't go to anything. So I hung all the stuff back on here that I need to get a good idea on what was going on. So this is some of the stuff that I had, some of the ratty old MR2 stuff that I had from the green one and the little green monster. And this will let us know where we need to make our scoopers. Yay, scoopers. And this is I don't know, I think this might be where I'll call it for the night, really. I might make a few little templates here, but man, this was a little bit already, and I think that'll be enough for her video, honestly. Once again, sorry guys that I'm not tearing away on this engine quite yet, but there's stuff we gotta do, you know? All right, guys. Peace. Yeah, so I went to go pull out my tool to cut these templates there, and the tool is all gunked up. Leads me to a story kind of in line with the MR2 there, but it's an old physics story. Your old Dan here too. He actually really likes physics, but it's a paradigm. Kind of has to do with a little bit of cloning, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Most physics people they talk about it with chirality there, but that's neither here nor there too, and it's not really clear and apparent for our purposes here either. But so the story goes, this janitor, he's getting the janitor of the year award, and they're like, damn Willie, Toll Booth Willie, whatever your name is, you are the best janitor in the district here, in the school district, and you've had your same mop this entire time. How do you do it? Like, how do you do it, Willie? This is absolutely amazing that you can keep a mop lasting for just that long, and Willie thinks for a moment, and gets up and gives his speech, and he says, I had the presence of mind to go ahead and buy a new mop head, and whenever the mop head gets worn out, and whenever the handle gets worn out, I'd go and buy a handle, and just pretty much the same exact mop. But if you think about it, is it the same exact mop? If he's replaced the mop and the mop handle, the head and the handle so many different times, and every little screw, is it his same mop as what he started with, the 65 years that he'd been being a janitor and started off with said mop, I don't know. And just same exact thing with these cars here too. If I go through and replace every single part on this car, is it still the same car anymore, or is it something completely different? I don't know. You tell me. That's a good comment right there. It's a good one in the comments. Take a knee with me. Had a situation where my dad, he slipped and fell. This was right about when I did my last video. Not the one that I did the little B-roll of the engine stuff, but right before that, I made a video in October, sometime in October, maybe about the 14th or so, and my dad fell that weekend, broke his hip. He's elderly. He's about 75, 72, 75, somewhere in there, and he fell and he broke his hip. And it got bad. He was in the ICU, pneumonia, almost coming close to a coma. Didn't want to be intubated and all that good jazz. He's out from the major hospital, his major hospital stay, but we have him in a skilled nursing facility, a long-term nursing facility, because his house is just not set up for somebody in a wheelchair, unfortunately, as well as my mom being in the, being at the age she is too. She can't pick up anybody or do anything like that too. So it is what it is. But that's why I've been kind of scarce on the YouTube here lately. I really wanted to jump off right after that new video, right after we kind of made some notes and figured out where we were on this damn project. We got sidetracked for another 2.5 months or so, really, but we're making it back. We've got a handle on everything, and this is what we do. We want to make cars go fast. We do it. Dan Sam Live Racing. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will catch you here next weekend. All right, peace out, everybody.
Peace.